Hey guys, so today I wanted to play with the Abbi palette from Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, and if you guys like this palette, you guys can always shop on there and use my discount code. It gives you 10% off, and it's jcomp, so jcomp, and I'll list it in the description for you guys also. But today I wanted to do kind of like a neutral smoky eye with a little bit of sparkle up front, kind of like halfway. And I already did my brows off camera and primed my lids and put my moisturizer on. I used the Tatcha face moisturizer, the water cream. And so let's get into it. I'm going to be using more of like a fluffy brush. Not this one. Let's go in with this one. I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to do... I'm going to go in with All Shade, and I'm just going to kind of go all over my lid, kind of from here to here. So let's get into it. I'm going to use the darker brown and just get that all in, and then I'm going to go over it with the lighter brown, which is regular Smeg. And we're just going to blend it in. It's easier sometimes if you tap and then blend. I find that it, for my eyes at least, it blends on easier for me. And again, we're just going to get it all over the top, just blend it all in. And then we're going to go over it with this one right here, All Smeg, or regular Smeg, my bad. And we're going to blend that in just on top of it. We're going to lighten it up just a little bit. Just like that. And the more you blend, the better it will look. I know sometimes people don't have a lot of patience. Just have patience with this part, and it will all come together in the end. Just make sure you blend, so that it doesn't look all choppy, and you want it to look real smooth and like that. So we want it to just look kind of blended in. I'm going to blend it in with just a brush that has nothing on it, just to blend it a little bit more. I want it a little bit more blended together. And I didn't realize that this one's more of like a, I don't know, it looks a little more purpley brown, so I'm going to go in with Quickie. And I'm just going to take that and get that all over the lid and just blend it on top of the lid a little. Just like that. Blend. And then once you get it to how dark or light you want it, how blended out you want it, we're gonna take our P. Louise, and we're just gonna put a little bit on the back of our hand, and we're gonna cut the crease just a little. And I'm gonna just use a real thin crease cutter. This one is it says it's a small shader. It's a Luxe 245 brush. I use it for doing my brows and my creases. So, and we are just going to cut the crease just a little bit right here. Nothing too crazy because I don't want it. I just want to put a little shimmer in the front, and I want it to pop. So we're just gonna do a little bit, nothing crazy. Like that. Like I said, we're just gonna do some color on the front, so you don't want too much. And then again, we're gonna take Quickie, and we're just gonna kind of blend it in on the top so that it's not so. You don't want I don't want the cut crease to be too sharp like that. And blend that on top just a little bit on both sides since I put a little bit extra. Just like that. Do a little bit more on this side. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna use one of the Spoiled's applicators. So it's from the So Posh collection, and I'm gonna use this side. And I'm gonna go in with Ghost Baby, this silvery sparkle. And I'm gonna put that all over where I just cut the crease. So we're just gonna, yes, this is so pretty. We're gonna put that all over the half of our lid, and we're just going to, yes, just like that. Just like that. Ooh, this is so pretty. I love it. Okay, just like that. So pretty. And then we're gonna do the other side, and then we're gonna smoke that in to, oh, it's so pretty. And this eye look is going to be so easy that beginners will have an easy time doing this. Even if you don't have this palette, if you just use similar colors, it'll be super easy to get that neutral, but still kind of have that like pop, you know? This color is so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Just like that. That's how we want it to look. And then we're gonna go back in with the second brush we used, the fluffier one, and we're gonna go and we're gonna dip into Quickie, the lighter but darker one, and we're just going to buff it into the corners so that we don't have that huge harsh line right there. And we're just gonna buff it in so we can, and yes, just like that. And we're gonna do it to the other side. Again, buff it in and blend them together. Just like that. And I just used a little bit of all shade. And I'm going to do it to both sides just because it looked like it got a little bit, the sparkles got in on it a little bit, so I'm just going to buff it out on the corners. Just like that. And then take the second brush you were using and just kind of buff them out. Okay, so now that we did that, we're gonna put this away for now. And I'm gonna get a makeup wipe and I'm just gonna wipe this off really quick on my hand. And then I'm gonna use this to wipe any of the fallout off, just so we don't get it on our whole face. But we're gonna do some mascara before we do our lashes, and I'm just gonna do it on the top. I'm not gonna do the bottom yet because we're still gonna be doing our under eyeshadow after we get done with our face. So we're just gonna do the top. We're gonna do the top before we do our lashes, just so they blend in together. And this is the It Cosmetics mascara, the superhero, and I love it. I love this mascara. I love this one, and I love the Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath one is like my second go-to. Alright, and so today I'm going to be using the spoiled eyelashes, and we're going to use Coco Bananas. And these ones are super cute. This is what they look like. My favorite ones right now are Wookie, but I am out of Wookie, so I need to order some more and do a restock. But I think Wookie right now is out of stock, but Wookie is like my favorite. And I'm just gonna trim them because they're always just a little too long. I'm gonna trim them a whole, I'm gonna do a whole square because I don't like mine's inner corners to touch. So I trimmed the whole square. And I might even need to trim a little bit more. I think I'm going to trim 2 squares because let me just double check. I bring mine in a little because I don't like them too close to my eye because my eyes are really sensitive, so they bother my eyes if they're too close. I've been trimming lashes for a long time, so I kind of know how much I need to trim, but if you're new to lashes, you should always check with your eye before you just trim away. And we are going to go in with our Makeup Shack glue. This is the best eyelash glue there is, and it's not too harsh on your lashes when you take them off, as long as you wet them before you take them off. If you put a little bit of water on them and just rub it in, they're not too harsh. But if you just try and rip them off, they will rip your lashes off. You just have to be smart with how you take them off and put a little bit of water, rub them on, and then they come off great. But this lash glue literally will last all day through swimming, the hottest sweaty days, crying. Like they literally last all day. Alright, and so there we go. So we have our lashes on. These are Coco Bananas, and they're kind of similar to is it Please? Either Please, I believe it's Please. They're similar to Please. Please are a little bit more thicker, not fluffier looking. And so these are Coco Bananas. Again, my favorite ones are Wookie. But I do like these ones. These are the first time wearing these ones. So now let's go to the face. Today I'm going to use my Frankie Rose Prime Addiction Primer. And you literally, that's almost too much. I'm literally going to dab, and then I'm going to put the rest back in because it's too much. And it's a gel silicone base, and I'm just going to rub it and fill my pores. And this is literally one of the best primers. I'm trying to think, there's one that's similar to this that I used to use. I can't think of it. It's a little bit cheaper. Elf has a really good one, and I like the putty, the Elf putty. I like that one, the poreless putty primer. I like that one a lot. And then we're gonna go in with our Frankie Rose, and this one is in color, this is Angel F102. I usually use China Silk. That's what it is, China Silk. But today we're gonna use Angel because that's what I have over here. And I'm gonna do 2.5 pumps. I just cleaned my brush, so I'll probably need like 1 more pump. But we'll start off with 2.5. But when you use when you clean your brushes, you just need a little bit more. So because the brush does absorb a lot of it, so it's normal to need a little bit more when you are using a brand new brush. This one has, that's why, this one has a pink, this is a cool tone one. It's got a pink undertone. So it's a little pinky. but this is fine. I do have a little bit of a cool undertone, but I like the neutral one. The China Silk is light neutral, and I really like that one. And then we're just gonna blend it all out. I always like to go over my eyebrows, the front of them, just a little bit to tone them down a little bit on the front. That's just a preference though. I know a lot of people like to use powder, like your setting powder to tone them down, but I just do it when I'm doing my foundation. Okay, and like I said, I'm probably gonna need, I'm gonna use another probably like 3/4 of a pump, and I'm gonna do just right here. I'm gonna put extra right here, just because this is where I struggle a lot with during the day. It'll come off and blowing my nose. It's allergy season for me, so blowing my nose all the time, but this foundation will literally last you forever, and it's so good. It's a full coverage matte, and I love it. I love their foundation brush too. It just blends so well. It blends the foundation into your skin so well. Like that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go over it a tiny bit. Just right here where I put that extra. Just to make sure it all gets blended in smooth. And then I am going to use my, this one's Angelic. I normally use the one right after this. What is it? I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a total blank. The one right after this one. It starts with the S, I think. But I normally use that one. And let's use our Beauty Blender for this one. I forgot my darker concealer, and I usually use Truffles, and I'll contour with it, but I forgot it, so we'll just do without it. And I normally will contour my cheeks, my lips, and my nose with Truffles. In my next video, I'll make sure I bring it so I can show you. And we're just gonna blend that in. Just like that. And then we're going to, I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty butter. And I'm just going to use my damp beauty sponge, and we are going to set everywhere we just concealed. We're going to set just like that. Everywhere we concealed. And the Fenty Beauty powder literally smells so good. Smells delicious. gonna set our face everywhere we concealed first, and then we'll set the rest of our face so we don't crease. And then we'll let that sit while we contour. And then I'm going to use my Frankie Rose contour palette. And I'm going to go in with the two middle ones. Or I'm sorry, the two light ones. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with Whisper and Heated. And we're just going to use just some of these. And I like to mix them. And we're just going to warm up the face and contour a little on both sides. And then we're going to do up here. And then I think I forgot my other brush. This one. And then I like to do under my lip and on top, just to make it look a little more plump. And for that, I just use the middle one and a tiny bit of the like super dark one, and I'll put it on top just to plump it up a little. Just like that. I'm going to take this just to blend it in a little bit. Just like that. And then we're going to take a fat brush, and I'm just going to dust all the powder off and blend it into my face. And then we're gonna, usually I'll use the powder that's all over my face, and I'll blend it in with my nose just to lighten it up if I do it too dark or anything like that. And then if I want more afterwards, I'll do it real gentle and lightly. Alright, and then we are gonna go in with a little bit of blush, and today I'm going to use the Ofra, and this is Bellini, and I'm just going to take a tapered blush brush, and I like to go up just like that. That's how I like to do it, just so it I don't know, it kind of makes, I go on top, so I do my contour right here, and then I do my blush right here. And I like to blend it upward. Just like that. And then I'll do it on the apples of my cheeks, just a tiny bit, but I make sure to blend it up. And then I do a little bit on the tip of my nose. And we have that. And then I'll go back into my contour palette, and I use my beauty sponge, and I use the middle. That one is Doll Face. And then I use a tiny bit of Whisper, and I'm gonna carve my face just a little bit. Nothing too extreme, but I'm gonna carve it out, and then I like to go like this just to get the extras in there. Just like that. And then we'll take the same powder brush we were using and blend it in. I don't like it to be too harsh, so I personally don't let it sit for very long. But I know that a lot of people let it sit until they finish doing all their makeup, and then they dust it off when they're all the way done. I just don't like, I don't like it to be too harsh, you know? So I blend mine out. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more blush and just kind of blend into the cut that I did, so it's not so extra, just like that. And then after we do that, we're gonna go back into our Abbi palette, and we are gonna do our lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna use just kind of like a curved, I believe this is a eyebrow brush, but I'm just gonna use this, and I'm gonna dab into all shade and a little bit of quickie, and I'm gonna dab those together, and then I'm gonna go under and get that sharp line in, and then we're going to blend it out with we're gonna blend it out with regular Smeg. Yeah, so this all shade is really like, it's like a purpley brown. It's really pretty, but it's definitely not a brown. It's a purpley brown. Okay, so just like that. And then I'm going to take one of those brushes that I was using before. This is just an all shader brush, and I'm going to blend it out. And I think I'm going to take a little bit more quickie, and I'm just going to add it to that. Just like that, and blend it in so you don't have like that. I don't know, to me, I hate that line where when it goes and there's nothing right there to connect it. I don't like that on me. So I always try to blend them in. Just like that. And then we'll do a little bit of mascara on our bottom lashes really quick. It's so funny, it's like if you're not making a funny face when you're doing your mascara, you're not doing your mascara right. Okay, and we got a little bit on our eyes underneath. I'm just gonna take a little brush like this. I'm gonna take my concealer brush and just dab it. Get it out. Really, if you just take any brush before it dries and you swipe it off, it'll come off for you. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm gonna take one of these littler. This one is this one just says an eyeshadow number 4, and I'm gonna take a regular Smeg, and I'm gonna put it up on my under on my brow bone. I'm gonna blend that in. Like that. Just like that. And then we'll take this and just blend it in. I'm going to take a little bit more of my blush, and I'm going to, because it kind of, to me, came off a little. It's a very natural, very naturally pink, so it's not going to be dark, and it came off a little when we were cleaning up the face a little, so there we go. And then we need a little bit of highlight. I'm going to use this is the Ofra Sea Shimmer. And I am going to use, this is my, this is just a blender brush, but it's literally my favorite brush to use for highlight. So we're going to take that, and I'm just going to be careful because this is like super, super pigment, so just dab it in. I like to dab up a little bit. Just dab, and you can see it. You don't need a whole lot of this one. This one is like a super pigment. Okay, we're going to do a little bit there, a little bit there. Cupid's bow. Just like that. I don't have, I normally will do a tiny bit under my brow bone, like not a lot, but you know, just a little bit to make it pop, but forgot my little brush. And then you bring it down and it's supposed to make it look better. Just like that. And then today I am going to use cake batter, and then I think I'm going to put a little bit of skin in the middle. These are also, these are from the Lippy subscription. This is the monthly subscription from last month. I ended up getting double the same for June and July. So I guess we should use them up, huh? Okay, and like I said, we're going to put a little bit of skin on the middle. Yeah, skin. We're just going to dab a tiny bit. Maybe. Just to kind of ombre it out. Like that. And then we used cake batter and skin on the lips, and we just kind of ombre them out, and this is what we came up with. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. We love you all, and please subscribe, hit the like button, and get notified when we do our next video. Thank you so much.